Is it just me, or does it seem like Gen X was the trial and error cohort for a lot of toys to see how dangerous they were? We had a lot of dangerous toys growing up, especially in the 70s. Look at clackers, because nothing says safe like putting two acrylic or plastic balls at the end of string and having kids whack them together. What's the worst that could happen? You know, maybe some broken fingers or some missing teeth or some black eyes or maybe some shards of plastic in your eye. And then we have lawn darts, which, by the way, was for ages 8 and up, because nothing says safe like a bunch of 8-year-olds out in the lawn throwing these metal-tipped darts up in the air and playing chicken with them. Let's just say a couple Gen Xers didn't make it. 90s kids may remember the game Skip It, the wiffle ball at the end of the string that you kind of skipped around your leg there. Well, that pales in comparison to the lemon-shaped rock-filled thing that kids had in the 70s. No need to imagine what it felt like getting pummeled by Kathy Bates in Misery when you got hit in the ankles with one of those. Disco Punch was the Nerf gun before everybody cared about not hurting each other. This little thing would fling out plastic discs at a high rate of speed that could take out an eye or even break the skin if it hit you just right. Crafting kits were quite popular in the 70s, and you would think that their target audience would be teenagers who would somewhat know the difference between safe and not safe. Nope. Their target audience was elementary school kids, because 8-year-old Kenny needs a glorified branding iron in his hand while he burns designs into wood. You think of easy bake ovens nowadays and you think those are safe. There's no way that a child could get hurt on those. Well, the 70s was a very different time. Back in the 70s, that little light bulb in there got up to about 350 degrees, and there was no guard to keep little Susie's little fingers from getting in there and getting burned off. I don't think there's a Gen Xer alive who has bought their child a chemistry set, because chemistry sets that we had when we were children actually had real hazardous materials in them, real chemicals. Sodium cyanide, anybody? Yes, we could actually blow ourselves up with the chemicals that we had in our chemistry sets. As I said, I think Gen X was the crash test dummies or the trial and error cohort for all these toys to figure out what was safe and what wasn't. Because let's take the smallest generation ever and thin them out even more. And also, as I've said in the past, Darwin won some and Darwin lost some.
We are Gen X.